Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TMA Live. This is the Pidge, and I'm joined by the young man, Daniel Dean, Moobs and Deano, and Super Darren
Thank you, guys.
Popped his TMA cherry.
I have, yeah.
Oh, yes, we have. Right, guys, just remember we're in association with WD18 The Watford Fans channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Get all the latest pre-match, post-match fan interviews, news, and all go on to WD18 on YouTube. Like I say, like, share, and subscribe. Right, we're going to talk about Burnley yesterday. Always not enjoyable, but we always seem to get more working thing. I've got a blank canvas, as you can see, because I don't need to write anything at all. So we always go with the guest, young Darren.
I don't know what to say. I'll try not to swear here. Yeah, midfield was fine. Strikers were okay. Back 4-0. That's all I'm going to say. Goal, as far as I'm concerned, first signing of next season, sign that goalkeeper without a doubt. The first game I saw him, I was like, well, I don't think we really want him here. And he's turned into Superman overnight. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it'd be a great signing for me. That's my personal opinion on it. So you're obviously there.
You give your opinion. I was there, people. Again, I was there. And I am not happy, and I haven't even got to the end of the podcast yet. So I'm very annoyed with what happened yesterday, because how on earth, yet again, we've gone from 1-0 up to losing 2-1 in the space of literally, 2 minutes again?
Yeah.
We've done it again. We have collapsed and switched off. And I just do not understand how we're doing it. You know, I think there's a couple of things that need to happen. One, the back line need to stay awake. That would be a start.
Job one.
Yeah, that would be a start.
Two, they need to communicate a bit more.
Yeah.
And three, we need to stop giving silly fouls away. Because this is what's leading to some of it, is the stupidity.
Yeah.
All right, I know we had Bournemouth last week, and yes, we know they're the divers of the Premier League. Although they didn't get selected for the Commonwealth Games, it was quite surprising.
Tom Daly signed for me.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, yet again, last week, I'll go back to last week quickly. We had some silly fouls there that cost us, and we've had some silly fouls again this week that have cost us.
Yeah.
And I just think now, I think a few of them just need to get their heads screwed back on.
Yeah.
I know what Daz is saying about replacing the back four, but my solution, and I know I've seen it on Instagram, and a few other bits, that Kabasele was considered for yesterday, but Gracia deemed him not fit enough. So I think that's one where you give him another week's training, and then all of a sudden we're back to having 5 centre-backs fit. And I've got a question for you guys. I'm going to throw this out. Actually, I'm going to throw it out now.
Yeah.
Wagay, the unsung hero that stepped in and played all those games in a row. When he first joined us, they said he wasn't fit. Got that hamstring injury against Leicester, and was taken afterwards. Was taken out of the 25-man matchday squad. Now, he, along with Kabasele, is now back training.
Right.
But the only problem is, Wagay cannot play again this season.
No.
Because he's not in the squad list.
Wow.
Now, guys, I want your opinions on this. Was it the correct decision, or have we made a stupid mistake?
It's a bit of a mistake going on there myself.
Because he wasn't named in the actual Premier League 25, was he?
That's what I mean. It's the Premier League. Yeah, the Premier League 25 squad. The revised squad after that January transfer window was submitted without Wagay.
No offence, I think we should have learned our lesson after the defensive. Well, the whole squad is injured, but at the time, but especially the defence. I'm going a bit American here. But on the defence. But you thought exactly a bit of an continental sort of feel with it. No, but you know, you thought after that. After the debacle of all the centre-backs being injured, you thought that we would have just thrown him in anyway. Just said, look, let's just have him there anyway.
Yeah.
Just put. Exactly. Don't have. If we really must, just take one of these youth players out that we're not going to play, or one of the players that we know is never going to play, and
Exactly.
just bring him in. Just say, look, you know, we cannot afford to have him.
The problem is, it's individual mistakes, though. Old Bats, handball, Maps with that first. Maps has probably been our best player, but that free header is unacceptable. I'm sorry.
No. What I was saying to you is, what I was saying to you is, on the basis of that game, he had an absolute shocker.
Yeah.
But throughout the season, we said, and like I said, guys, keep posting your opinions because at the end of the day, they're your opinions. What I'm saying is, if you base it over the whole season, he's probably been our player of the season alongside.
I think up for that.
Basing it on that game, he was poor, but probably one game out of 15.
What's showing from my point of view is if he has a bad day, we're all having a bad day. You know what I mean? It's like when in the old days with Deany, if the chips were down, he'd drag the team. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully, my sort of look on it is, as I said to you last week when I was on the phone rambling, that Will Hughes could be a captain in years to come. From what I'm sort of saying, if he carries on the way he is,
without a doubt,
that's what I'd like to see. You know?
He's maturing more and more as he's now getting back.
Yes.
And a few of us were around where I sit, and we're saying, seriously, Southgate, stop looking at some of the other players and actually start looking at him, because his fitness is coming back and back and back, and there is enough game time left between now and the end of the season for him to go and gate crash that World Cup squad.
Do you realise, and Nicholas has put up a good point, Nicholas, evening sir, Mr. Smith has put in, only Stoke conceded more goals than us.
Really? Wow.
I did think West Brom would have absolutely battered us. And little Taylor's shocked. You can see her face over there. She's got, oh my God, I thought West Brom. Her thinking West Brom. She's West Brom.
I think the other thing that's down to, though, is that we've had some horrific results against the top big guns. You know, we shipped 4 against Chelsea away. We shipped 5 against Liverpool away. We shipped 6 at home to Manchester City. We've had some big time back hits. Huddersfield as well, conceding 4 to them. You know, what's that? That's what, 20 odd goals there.
Yeah, really.
You take that 20 out. All right, we look a damn sight better than that. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not looking over my shoulder yet about the relegation stuff.
We're getting there, mate. Not at the moment.
Not yet. Not yet. Getting close.
Do you think that? Can I just ask you guys? Do you think the team think it's all over and done with yet? Because I've got a feeling that they think it is, and it's not over till it's over.
I think
40 is the over as far as I'm concerned.
I think Gracia has sort of now hammered it home to them that they actually need to go and get another win.
Yeah, without a doubt. But where are they going to get that from? All the
what
rest of the
frustrates me, what really annoys me is all 3 seasons we've limped over the line. It's sort of worse and worse and worse. We're just limping over the line at the end of the season. We've had a really good start. All three seasons we've had a pretty decent start. Really good start. 7th pretty much. All 3 seasons of round 7th. And then it just peters out after December. And we said this before, before Silver's head was turned and all this debacle, and we talked about this before. We warned it then and said, look, please God, this is the one season out of 3 that it shouldn't happen because the way we were playing.
But I think also with some of the players returning now from injury, I think that's, you know, I think maybe they need to put some of them back in the team and take some of the others out.
A bit of competition.
Yeah.
I think people are getting a bit complacent because they're not going to play every Saturday.
And the one thing I was quite impressed with yesterday was our subs bench. All right, I know we had, like, the forward stuff sorts itself out, but the defence-wise, you had Craig Cathcart and Britoff sitting on the bench. We haven't had 2 centre-backs on the bench all season. We haven't even had 2 centre-backs fit half the time.
I'll tell you what, one thing that we can take out of that game yesterday, I mean, we controlled the game in a lot of... The first half, I thought we played really well. And also, Pereira was awesome. He was class. There was one player I could say that came out of that. And even Hughes, he played some of those balls he was playing in were dangerous.
I mean, stand out for me.
I mean, the one thing that saved Burnley, got Burnley that win was Pope. Especially that save he did down to his right. Oh my God, what a save that was! When first 25-30 minutes, I mean, the first 10 minutes, Burnley were the better side. But after that 20-25 minutes, I was looking again. How the hell are we not 2 or 3 up here? Exactly. Seriously, it should have been about 3-1, 3-2 coming into first half. With the chance
it should have been, and you know, I think like you guys have just touched on it with Pereira. I personally think now we've got 100% fit Roberto Pereira, and I think that is just going to help us massively, because the more he gets the ball and the more he runs with the ball, you know, you probably saw it yesterday yourself. There was Burnley players backing off because they just didn't know what to do. All of a sudden, he's going weaving in and out, and you know, that is one thing I've been waiting to see. And I think it's, you know, we've had to be patient, because he started off so well, but then got the leg breaker, which was, you know, horrid to say the least. You know, now we're seeing the benefits of it. What is it? 3 in 3 games he's got? 3 goals, 3 games, or 2 in the last 3. He's been fantastic, and yet again yesterday with his goal, he was in the right place at the right time to smash it home.
Well, look at Liverpool as well. You saw glimpses of what he can do. Look at the nutmeg on Mane. I know it's only one incident.
Awesome,
but that was a taxi alert.
That was a taxi. That was a
brilliant.
Unfortunately, the Uber didn't turn up.
He's Liverpool. I mean, the carriage and horse never turned up.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get a taxi, it's a good day. You get anything transport-wise, it's a good day. Anything with one wheel. What are those big ones with the big wheels? You've got to do one of those bikes. This is for you, sir.
Don't go up there in your new car your always taken. They'll be on eBay in 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. I see all the Liverpool fans descending on Liverpool for the big game.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's the only club the only team that had both all the supporters coaches coming from Manchester to the game. Man City and Liverpool all behind each other like in corners. And in Liverpool, how exciting! Hang on, they're supposed to support them.
Well, it's the same start next season, though, won't we?
All
the players, Chalobah, be fit. Richarlison would have had a very good rest.
That guy's coming from Spain that you've spoken about a lot.
It'd be the same old crap. Good start. They'll all be fit, won't they?
But I think, I see what you're saying with that. But I also think now, you know, I know we've had it for the last few seasons where you know, everyone starts speculating: is the manager staying? Is he going? What's going to happen? Then the Pozzos come out and say, "Oh yeah, he's going, yeah, because we've had enough of him." Well, this time around, it ain't going to happen, because I think they've pretty much told Grass here, you're actually the one we want, and you're actually doing something right. So he's going to be able to get his ideas across properly in the summer. And work on stuff in the summer.
That's what I said to you. That's what I said to you. What did you say?
And I think what we're going to have to remember is, guys, I know Scott Duxbury said the other day, or a couple of days ago, it is going to be a quieter summer than normal. That I beg to differ.
I think that's a smoke screen, that is.
The revolving door is going to get activated.
It's going to be calculated. It's going to be. They're not going to just say, right, we're going to buy 12 players. We're going to buy the right players, and they're doing more of that last summer. Well, you see the recruitment last summer. It was more. It's gradually doing. The first season we went up, we had to bring in players that were near that class. We had to flood it and get a squad. Our squad was threadbare, really.
It was shockingly threadbare.
So we had to buy players.
And we were getting more English players, which I liked. No disrespect to the Continentals, it was good, but a bit of homegrown blood. I.e., again, you know, I haven't got him on the back of my shirt, but he said in that way, Will Hughes. Do you know what I mean? You know, he said he wasn't going to make the side, and he's worked himself. He's worked his socks off, and he's got the fans behind him now. And
I said there's 4 players, and I've banged on about them. One's Adam Flint, Bristol City. Lascelles from Newcastle. Mawson and Duffy. You said Duffy.
And Dunk as well.
Dunk, that's it. Sorry, Dunk.
Duffy's just as good.
Duffy as well. But Dunk, I'll go with the Dunk. I mean, there's 4 centre-backs. We could possibly get them for under 10, 15 million.
We're looking at someone from Fulham as well.
I'm sure I saw something. It was Craney in it.
Tom Craney.
Tom Craney's quality. I would love Tom Craney.
But I think that move for Craney's only going to happen if Fulham fail to come up. And the way Fulham are playing at the minute,
it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
It looks like our old gaffer Slav is going to do it again. You know, I personally want Fulham to come up because I want Slav to come back next season.
And it's a nice away game.
It's a great away game because you get to spend the day on the River Thames and you can have a beer or two.
And also, his next door neighbours Fulham as well. So we'll probably end up going with 5-0. It's great. He said, right, we're leaving. 4-0.
Got home. What's that on the phone? Is it full time now? We just scored again.
Guys, thank you ever so much. We are going to read your comments out now. Just remember, we're in association with WD18, the Watford Fans Channel. Like, share, and subscribe on them. Just remember, we've got our own YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Just go to TaylorMade Army on YouTube. We've got all the podcasts from the previous weeks. Also have a few added extras coming up. We are in discussions with that now, but bear with us, guys. Just remember, like, share, and subscribe. And we'd like to say, let's get some comments read out, because remember, this is your forum, your opinions, guys. Let's see if we can get some mixture of opinions out, mate.
Stuart's just sent one in.
Yeah.
Like he thinks Johnny Evans would be a good signing.
Good shout. It's the feet, but it's a good shout.
I think
good shout, mate.
I think Watford really wants to know if Daz has got his own supporters group, because
we can make it happen.
I don't mind. Yeah, you can set one up if you like.
we put the Darren Grimley appreciation page.
Yeah, exactly. Danny's put. Remember, we were the only club that took a gamble on in previous years. Man United and Chelsea were linked. We grabbed him for a bargain. He's a genius. Could do probably best picking up a suspension to get him off corner duties. I'll tell you what, Watford, Steve. I think the only way he's going to get taken off corner duty is if they can get Delafeu back in the first team. And if you like I just said about 3 or 4 minutes ago, there's been pictures on Instagram of Delafeu back in training.
Oh,
he is on the training.
Well, Shalabar's coming back. For at least a couple of games.
I was going to say, and also it was also Shalabar posting them as well. So God knows what those two are getting up to.
The boys are back.
Watford Woody says all corners and set pieces were on Saturday. I'll tell you what. It was that. That's how bad it was. The pillow, the emoji pillow, has appeared for the first time in a while. Going back into retirement. Sweet. Danny says Will Hughes is a different class. He certainly is, because he's come into his own more and more. And I think I said it once before. Even when he was at Derby County and he was playing against us, you could see the potential that was emerging from him. You know, the way he made those runs. Yes, he was a diver at the time and we all hated him. But now he wears a yellow shirt. We all love him. Yeah. So therefore we forget about that.
He's an ass boy.
He's an ass boy. Yes. But, you know, like I say, I certainly would have Hughes up there for player of the season as well, despite him missing.
United were clearing out what Mourinho did, and Youngie was on there. Would you have him?
What's that?
Actually, Youngie.
Oh, I'd have Youngie.
Yeah, I know he's going to be at the back.
I'll put him at left back. I'll put him at left back.
Yeah,
honestly, people would laugh at this. I'd have Fabian Delph. Honestly, he wouldn't come to us at the moment because left back.
You want to get that sick note?
How many games has he played this season for City?
Fabian Delph. He ain't played that many.
He has played a lot. He's played a few. He's their star left back.
Sure you ain't going confused with someone? That was a centre mid.
No, he played at left back. Moobs, you've been watching City, haven't you, mate?
I've not been paying attention to
Sky Sports, mate.
Yeah, I don't have Sky Sports.
It's sure as bad as me with my score things off of the forum, I tell you. Right, guys, before we go any further, can I just a big shout out to the Watford under-23s? They drew Bolton away. This is definitely a correct score. I have to say that every time because it's really shocking. This is from Dave Cricks. If this is wrong, I'll blame him. Under-23 Professional Development League. They drew, and Lewis with the scorer, and it was 1-0. Like I say, 1-0 against Bournemouth and Bolton. But can I just shout out my little boy, a little hornet, my little rocket man, Liam is 3 years old tomorrow. The little rocket man, Liam. Yeah. So
shout out to your missus, and
a shout out to Mrs. Gordon.
All right, a big shout out to the Watford Warrior for last week. Sticking up for yours. You want some?
You want some?
Bit like yesterday with me after the game, but I'll say no more again because I am going to get myself into a lot of trouble soon.
Right, and also one more thing. We will shout out some more comments in a second, but
Yeah.
We've got 1 week into 6-pack challenge.
Oh, God.
It's lucky I've been in training quite a bit lately.
Right, we're getting there.
Training 6 days a week's a killer.
Right, what have we done? We said end of October now. We'll just let you.
We're going to move it to the end of October.
Definitely, this is a cut-off. That is it now. That is it. No thing. End of October.
Technically, as you can see,
Right, it's going well.
if we're going like that, it gets ruined a bit. Don't worry.
Breathe in and exhale.
Yes.
Inhale, exhale.
Yeah.
6 days, boy, you'll be fine.
And just a reminder, we're on Tuesday night, and we'll carry it on for the rest of the season. We'll give you a vote at the end. So just remember, Sir Dunk is with me and the young man on Tuesday. This Tuesday, Sir Dunk, 8 till 9 as usual, and we'll be previewing Saturday's trip to Huddersfield.
I was going to say that also is dependent on whether Duncan gets his sat nav out and can get it without getting lost.
He'll probably end up at the bunker. If that's the case, we'll drive down to the bunker and do the podcast there.
Yeah.
But even then, he'll probably end up at the ground. So it really depends on where Duncan ends up. So we'll keep you posted about that.
Right, a few more comments have come in. Mr. Laughwell, Pidge, you are a closet Plastic City fan.
Citizens, you know it, Alan, and you love it.
Mr. Gay Harris, a very good evening to you, sir. Mr. G's Wednesday Rewind. He's watching from a bar in Spain, so fantastic.
He'll set up the decks anyway, wouldn't he?
He will do. He will set it up and spin some tunes. Alan, again, I've been thinking today, we're not far away from being a very good side. Elevated side permanently. Shalaber and Coverley to come back in.
Yeah.
Panoranda will be in next year.
Yeah.
Get a new defence and a forward will be good. Will be very good.
Yeah.
I sort of agree with that because I've got a feeling there's going to be an overhaul in the striking department. I don't think Deeney's going to go. I think it's going to be Gray and Akaka are going to get shipped off.
What's up with Akaka? He was rubbish yesterday.
I heard that.
He was awful. He just didn't seem to.
He was playing too high up. My mate said he's playing too high up, so allowing him to stay back. He weren't coming back enough. Do you know what I mean?
And then when Deeney sort of got the ball, he looked round and he found him 30 yards across the pitch. He's like, hang on a minute, mate. I want you down there.
Get over here, you little rascal. Get
It
it.
wasn't. Akaka was looking at it going, we can have the ball. And he's like, all right, hunting it that far.
I'll tell you what, Alan
make
and
it
Colin had a really good debate, and guys, well done, because that's just what we do the forum here for. Difference of opinion, but opinions make the world go around, as we say. Before we do this, Mr. Aidan Johnson is on the phone. So
Is he out of breath again?
Let's see if he starts panting this time. Right.
I would say.
Hello, Mr. Aidan. There he's panting again. Hello, mate.
Oh, God.
Hello, guys.
Hello, mate. Clean off, mate.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, of course, mate. Right. What do you think of yesterday's game, mate? I know you had a few opinions. I know you want to give your opinion about that, mate.
Why do we always fall apart within 2 minutes for?
You tell me, mate.
That's what, the third, fourth time it's happened this season?
Yep.
And it needs to be sorted out. We conceded from the exact same way as Bournemouth last week. Simple set piece comes in, headed over the top, and it's a goal. It happened twice.
Yeah.
And we just need to learn from those mistakes. If we'd learn how to defend set pieces like that, we will be fine. Corner set pieces, defending wise, I'm not too worried about because we seem to have that on lockdown. It's just general free kicks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good point, mate. I mean, I think you and a few others, I'm probably including myself, I was reading a lot of the forum chats from the other ones, Enjoy the Game, us and, Hornets Nest and stuff, and everyone was saying, please, let's learn from our lessons from last week. Let's be alive at free kicks, play to the whistle, and do not concede. And we just didn't learn our lessons, did we, mate?
Yeah, no, we didn't. Yeah, did you see how angry I was on WD18?
I haven't yet, mate. I haven't watched it. We are going to, and we have actually plugged it. So hopefully millions will be looking at that, mate, now, especially when we know you're on, mate.
But yeah, I said 2 set pieces, 2 goals. When will we learn?
Yeah.
It's just a mentality game. But for me, yesterday, Mary Apple was our weak link.
Yeah, he did it.
In terms of yesterday, I agree with that. I mean,
day off. That's all he's had.
I think, you know, Darren's hit the nail on the head, mate. He had a day off yesterday.
Yeah, it's like when you see the corner buddy free kick come in, you see that the man that the ball's heading for, Brodal's marking him. So why Mariappa's come out of position to try and head the ball away, I do not know, because Brodal is a big lad. Mariappa's only small.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Good
But
point.
also the other thing, Aidan, though, Mariappa might be like quite short, but he can certainly jump high. You know, we've seen it in games where he's absolutely leapt up over people.
He can jump high in attacking positions, but when it's defence, it only seems like he comes off 1 foot of the floor.
Yeah, once or twice, but I've seen him out jump other strikers in defensive situations.
Yeah, it's like I saw that there were several times when Deany was coming back into our own half. He shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, we seem to have gone back to zonal marking again, which is...
I can't stand all that.
I don't understand why we've suddenly switched back to that.
Do you know what? Stick someone on the back post with a goal, job done, got it safe, and you know,
exactly.
why do we have to go into this all modern stuff? Football was made a certain way, and just play it a certain way. Do you know what I mean? On set pieces and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Oh, you know, the problem is if a player has a day off, you're knackered, isn't it?
It's coming to the end.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, it's coming to the end of the season now. When we proper 100% guarantee safety, that's when we can sit back and start looking ahead towards next season. And if you look at the players that have got to come back and the players that are fit right now, and if by some hopeful miracle we manage to sign Delafeu, next season is just going to be a blast. We can have Pereira on one wing, Delafeu on the other, Chalabar, and maybe the Corey in the middle. But it's like Chalabar and Delafeu seems like they have a good relationship. I know Firmino and Delafeu has a good relationship. It seems like he's doing well with Troy, and he seems like he wants to stay. So if you look towards next season, our wings are just going to absolutely light it up.
Well, also we've got Richarlison throwing in there as well if he don't go.
Richarlison, he can go for all I care right now.
Yeah, but if he doesn't go and we get pre-season, he has a decent rest as well. I think he's knackered. I said this for ages. He's knackered. Yeah.
But it's like he came on yesterday against Burnley, and you're like, yes, Richarlison's coming on. Pace will do it. He came on. He was stroppy. He's acting like a little kid right now.
I think we forget as well. I mean, I agree what you say because his body language did suggest that, and you are right there, mate. I think a lot of us, including myself, forget that he's only 20 years old.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, you're right though. I'm not disagreeing with you, mate. You're absolutely spot on, mate.
35 years old. It's the world of football. You should know you have to do what you have to do to get the win.
Yeah,
so come on, pick yourself up, get into that attacking position, and try and kill the game off. Don't come on all stroppy. Oh, I'm only on for 5 minutes. Look at Burnley, they got 2 goals in two minutes. Richarlison has the quality to do the exact same.
Yeah, look, mate, you're not wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is this is because he's only 20, and it's not really an excuse. It's sort of, but not really. He will learn from it. Like I say, with the little bit of petulance when he threw a strop when he went off sub. It's little things like that in years to come he will learn from it. And he'll come back a better player. If he was 35 and stropping, I'd be a bit more worried.
You see some of the under-23s with a better mental attitude about it.
You can say that with the under. Easy, you can say that about a lot of the players.
Mason, every time he was playing, he was always happy to be on the pitch.
Oh yeah,
on the pitch.
Oh yeah, but you could say that about a lot of youth teamers against first teams, where you sort of say, hang on a moment, how come those youth team or under 23s put in so much effort and our first team players don't? You're right, mate. You can say that about a lot of the players as well when things go badly.
if anything, right now, send Richarlison to the under-23s. It keeps him as our player, but if we get a fully fit Pereira and a fully fit Delafeu, Richarlison ain't going to get a look in. So
Not at the
send
moment,
him to
not at the
the
moment.
under-23s, let him improve.
No.
I think the other thing, Gracia is trying something different, and I think the reason why Richarlison's obviously thrown his toys out the pram is one, he just wants to play all. He wants to play all the time. He wants to play every minute going, which he can't.
It's the youth.
It's the youth, but it's also the fact that he is completely knackered and coming on for 10 minutes yesterday. I think he's sort of saying, I need more than 10 minutes. You can't just give me 10 minutes at the end of a game. This is pointless.
So send him to the under-23s. That's more calm, but yeah, he can still improve.
Yeah, but I don't think the under-23s have got many more games left now. I think they're coming to the end because they're like season bit normally
maybe
finishes.
next season if he does stay.
Yeah, he could do, but it just depends on what's going to happen. I personally think he is going to stay. I think it's just the press already stirring it up that he's going to go.
But he's young and he
has had his head turned. Gracia's already told him, switch off, forget about it, and get yourself back on with the
you can't be bought. You can't be bought now. No. Get on with it, and then we'll talk in the summer.
Yeah.
Prove you're worthy of wherever you're thinking.
Exactly. Doesn't it work for him if he plays well? And then more chance of big club will definitely come in if he's playing well anyway. If he sits there and sulks, a lot of big clubs will say, "Well, it's not worth it. 40 million if he's all he's going to do is sulk." They'll look at that. Yeah, so he's going to help himself and help us at the end of the day. He's in a win-win. Really,
he is. Yeah, without a doubt.
If he plays well for us, it helps us out, and also if he needs to move, he moves. Yeah, we'll just get someone else in. Yeah. Like Aidan said, we've got a fully fit Pereira coming up.
Yesterday, Prodal for me was a brick wall at the back. Every time somebody tried to go towards him, they'll take one look at him and try and change the direction because they just didn't like him in that defence.
Aidan, did you see that screenshot that someone put on one of the other forums where they showed you 5 Burnley players in our 6-yard box and 2 Watford players?
Yeah,
and that
that's
pretty
a
much
disgrace.
That pretty much summed up our defending on that set piece.
Yeah, but still, like, we need to stay on for the whole 90 minutes because we've lost that killer instinct to finish off the games.
I think
I was calling for Gray to start the game or come on at half time.
I still think we should have brought not bothered with Carrillo because he didn't. Yeah, not bothered with Carrillo because he didn't do nothing. Just bring on a Kaka and Gray, and Gray would want to prove a point. And just put 3 up front. So we're 2-1 down. We've got nothing to lose. I'd rather lose 4-1 and trying to attack them than lose 2-1 and we sit back and not really create anything. At least we tried them. We can turn around here and you on the phone and say, well, at least we had a go. Yeah,
that's what fans want to see.
There were plenty of opportunities yesterday when we needed pace in the attack, and Dyche just couldn't quite get there. No. But yeah, if you put Gray on, he could have got there all day long.
Yeah, no, you're right there, mate. And I was screaming for him to be put on as well, mate. So you're right there.
Yeah, there was. You could see the frustration yesterday afternoon in Deano. You really could. It was setting in far too early into the game, and he was looking around as if to say, "Well, you guys are either going to have to come and help me, or give me some service that I can get on the end of, and stop punting balls when we don't need to." Yeah, and he starts throwing his arms up, saying, "What are you doing?" Yeah. It was clear as daylight to me that he was getting frustrated. He just needed one.
We just need to sort ourselves out.
I think we can still sort ourselves out. I think like we said, I know we've said it about 2 or 3 times already, but we've got some players returning from injury, and they are key first team players. If we can just get them sort of like fit just enough to play half hour. Let's have them back in the just chuck them back on the bench. Yeah, good for half hour. Let's have them on for half hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you reckon we'll go get at Huddersfield, Aidan?
We're going to lose that.
Yeah. You reckon?
Yeah, I agree with you. Aidan.
Scored yet away with under Garcia, and I don't think it's going to happen again.
That's the only thing that worries me. All I can say is Arsenal last season.
Well,
Look how shocking we were until we played Arsenal, and then we ended up putting in one of the performances of the season. It could happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen again.
Not with a goal scoring record we got.
He's harsh, he is.
The thing is that you look at it from his side.
There's a massive difference from last season.
Yeah.
The Arsenal fans, they're calling for the manager's heads and they're calling for most of the players' heads.
They've been doing that for the last 10 years, mate, to be fair.
Even I want him out.
The player and the manager.
Even I'm getting a banner out as well, mate. I don't even care.
Well, I'm the big in it.
But I'm going one way or the other, so...
Yeah, no, well done, mate. Fair play to you.
Aidan, I'll see you up there, mate.
Aidan's hardcore, he is. Yeah, you're hardcore, Aidan.
Well, if you ever want to know where I am, just listen out for the noise. I'll be in the centre.
And WD18 The Watford Fans channel.
Yeah, that as well.
You are the DT of WD18, mate.
He don't mince his words. He's one of my favourites.
Yeah. Yeah, mate. All day long.
Alright, well, I'll let you get on with the rest of the show.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Aidan. Cheers, mate. Someone's just smashed behind it there.
Did someone break a window?
Someone just broke in.
I'm at the train station waiting for a train. One of the bloody Virgin trains just flew by.
Mate, honestly, that yellow line's there for a reason, mate. Just be careful. See you later, mate.
Alright, see you later, guys.
See you, mate.
Take care, mate. See you on the spill.
Platform 5, Aidan. All right, mate.
Missy's trying to win on this show, isn't he?
But honestly, guys, you can comment as well. Was that a window being smashed or a legitimate train? It really is up to you.
We might have to ring up Watford Junction and ask him.
Aidan, thank you ever so much, mate. Right, let's get some plugs out of the way. Right, just remember, first and foremost, with Graham Laycock, with the mugs, just remember $7.99 for the day I stop loving Watford will be the day I stop breathing. Mugs, $7.99 from Graham Laycock. Message him on the forum. Also, Lord Seren with his sweet shop. Was it the Sweets for Us?
Sweets for all.
Sweets for all. I keep saying Sweets for Us. It's not Toys R Us.
You've got to change it, Seren. Change it.
Just so put us at the thing, and then it saves me free. Sweets for all, Unit 5, Watford Market. He does these for a tenner with some sweets, and £5 of it goes to charity. So if you go down there, go on match days as well, especially on match days. Go down there, he does little sweet bags for everyone. So check him out, Unit 5, Watford Market. Just remember, we're in association with WD18, the Watford Fans channel. Like, share and subscribe with them. Paul Muzzy, check out Paul Muzzy. Go on YouTube. Just type in Paul Muzzy. He's on Facebook, but obviously he's on YouTube. So all his vlogs, he's done a few ladies, he does a load of ladies matches, obviously does the usual Watford ones. Absolutely brilliant vlogs, check him out. And remember, like I say, with the Ramage t-shirt here.
Damn it!
Yes.
He's always, there's only been one show where he hasn't mentioned it.
47 minutes.
Let's get this one down as well. Right, and this is it. Dino can actually sign this for you. This is the Dino Dini one, the superhero ones. Type in Google Ashby St Eve, go onto Jim Cook's site, all the Watford superhero t-shirts, plus other teams, plus gifts and souvenirs. Check out Ashby St Eve, message Jim Cook or even Lord Seren. Get them your ideas. They may be able to design you a personalised t-shirt. Big shout out to him for the logos once again. And just remember, we are and this is a big shout out once again to Graham Laycock. Hard work as he's done. So a big thank you. It's been hard work the last few weeks, sorting out car stickers and bumper stickers. We are in the process of doing bumper stickers, so watch out for that. We will give you more details in the next few weeks with them. So big shout out to Graham again. And also, finally, Watford Steve, Happy Hornet on Facebook. He's got the links to his t-shirt. He's got a few things in the pipeline I can't reveal, but he will reveal very shortly. So he will do that personally. But I'll tell you what, they are absolutely brilliant. I can't tell you what, but keep out the next couple of weeks. He will be revealed very shortly. Just go to exactly. That's it. His face speaks volumes. And Happy Hornet on Facebook. And he's got all the links to his shop Same as Ashby St Eve, quick, fast delivery. I don't know, a few of us, including myself, Dino, you know, I mean, you're ordering a t-shirt.
I've still got to order my t-shirt.
It's on the way.
It is my birthday in a couple of weeks.
There we go. Move Dino's birthday. Double charge. £50 a t-shirt. So there we go. So just remember, guys, big shout out to all those guys, and thank you for all support once again. Hornet Heaven, yes, Hornet Heaven, good shout out.
He's here for a reason.
The happy Hornet Heaven, yeah. I mean, he's starting up his podcast, I think, again, Hornet Heaven. So get on the Hornet Heaven on Facebook. The guys, I think Ollie. Is it Ollie?
I think so.
I think it's Ollie. Yeah, go on to Hornet Heaven. Ollie. Shout out to Ollie at Hornet Heaven. Get on to Hornet Heaven on Facebook. Check out his latest podcast there, and a few other little tidbits as well. So big shout out to him as well.
I'm going to do a quick little plug, and it's to do with the WD18 boys.
Yes.
There is like nominations for awards and podcast stuff. Basically, guys, young Ada, no, not Ada, Jacob. He needs your votes because I think he's up for I think they're up for an award or something. Or they are. Yeah. So if you get in contact with those guys, you know, please get voting for them, because we'd love to see them pick something up for all their hard effort that they put in this season.
I think young podcast.
Yeah,
of the year or so.
Yeah, young podcast of the year. So hopefully, if Jacob's watching, post it on the group to you know, spread the word a bit more, mate. So
and also a shout out to Andy Lewis on Love Sport Radio just before. Perfect way to set yourself up before you watch the podcast. 7 till 8 on Love Sport. He posts up the links all the time. So Andy, keep posting up your links so everyone can listen in. They have ex-players on there. We've got a few ex-players, but we'll reveal with our ones. But he does have ex-players on there. Absolutely brilliant listen. So check out Andy Lewis. It's every Sunday night, 7 till 8, 5:58 AM, DAB and online. So check out the boys before you check the podcast out. 2 hours of madness. That's all I can say on a Sunday night.
Is it?
Yeah, and a podcast.
What more could you ask for?
You can get people like Darren GRIMLEY.
No, I'm too busy.
Too busy on the podcast.
I am too busy on the podcast.
Right. Keep it going. The beat's still going. Right, back to Burnley. The thing is that we respect is the one thing we get through a lot of this discussion. Debating on a mass scale, shall we say? Boom, you know that, you know it. But look, talk about Burnley. We were saying that how come, and I've said to Dino quite a few times that, you know, like similar to a back three, if you get the players, and bear with me, guys, because we'll be shouting out a lot of your comments very shortly. But like a back three, doesn't matter who the players are. If you're drilled in a certain system, doesn't matter who the players are, they will operate on that system. You look at Burnley, how people saying, okay, they did die, there was a few other things, but all season, Dyche has got them playing to a certain way, a certain system, and it works for them. And they haven't got the best of teams. If you took squad to squad, we have got a much better team.
Oh, yeah.
Or first 11, our best of first 11 to their best first 11 is miles, I think is miles better in terms of the technical quality, but they know each of their roles. They know it to a T, to perfection. And that's,
they do.
As an example, I know we don't play like Burnley and any of that much. I'm not saying we play like Burnley. But if you're looking at an example of how a team plays for a manager for a certain time, and what I said to Dino as well, that Gracia's main strength is organising teams. That's what I said to you, which is good idea. Good shout out for you when you said he'll stay past the end of the season. He'll get a pre-season, further cement his ideas through, and we'll see the Gracia Watford next season. This season's basically more of a trial period for the players to say, look, do you want it? Because he's going to be here next season. So if you don't play this season, you ain't going to be here next season. There's another thing as well. But you look at, like I say, the point is, you look at something like a Burnley example, not necessarily how they play, just how organised they are and how they play to their strengths. They say, look, we're not the best technical gifted team, but we're playing to our strengths. We're playing a certain way because we haven't got that you know, X factor that a lot of the Arsenals and the not Arsenals, but you know what I mean, the top 7 teams, bigger clubs,
bigger clubs. Like, you know, if I'm honest, I'm sick of people saying little old Watford. You think small, you'll stay small. You think big, you will be big.
We're a mid-table Premier League side.
Yeah, we are. That's why I look at it as. Do you know what I mean? That's all right, mate.
That's not.
But we're a mid-table. He's stroking his leg. Let's all have a touch. Yeah,
No, thanks.
Later on after, mate. Let's get a chat first, and let's get the real touching going on. But, yeah, but what are the boys saying? Sorry, guys. We'll start. We'll get the Moobs and Deano to read your comments out now, guys. Thank you ever so much, by the way.
Right, Lord Dave Quick is watching tonight. Very good evening to you.
Did he get him on the show?
Yes, quickly as well. Watford Steve, Richardson needs to focus to establish himself before I'm thinking about a big money move anywhere else.
Yeah.
We also need to, Watford Steve again. We need to be able to score a goal and just stay on the front foot rather than change the approach.
Yeah.
Watford Steve, who is Sue Robe?
That is a question.
That is a very good question. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. That's a very good question.
Yes, Stuart, bottom line, we need 2 up front, play at pace, stretch the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it is almost it is time for 2 up front. Watford Woody, so I think Danny was the weak link in the attacking Pereira and Hughes. Oh, Deeney was the weak link. Sorry, I've just seen that. All the hard work. But no one in the box to pass it to. Well, he was getting man marked. So what the hell was he meant to do? Aidan said it was a pleasure to be on. We also thought it was a pleasure. We've just been informed that Autoglass have been called, Aidan, to on the junction.
To the train.
Yeah, to the train.
It was a broken window. It was a train, and he's missed it.
Yeah.
Triple. He can do the match ball now. He's had 3 incidents in one.
Stuart's put Dice Man management is better than ours. Yeah,
He's got a little bit on Watford, hasn't he? He was there, so you know what I mean. So
I think for Dyche, it's one thing I've always said. Since he's left us, he's always wanted to prove a point. Every time we've played against him, it's fired him up because the Pozzos were like, "Get out, we don't want you." By the way, if anyone from the club watches this, sorry. I don't know why I've said
we
it.
do love the Pozzos. In the Pozzos we trust.
We do Pozzos we trust.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they basically said at the time that he wasn't the man for the job, and they didn't want him. But now he's come back bigger and stronger, and every time he plays against us, his teams are always pumped up even that little bit more to come out and get something from us.
That's what happened when I brought that striker on, wasn't it? He knew what he was doing. Boom, in there.
Exactly. Danny's just put, see you on the sofa next Sunday, lads. Looking forward to it. I think
Danny.
Yes, Danny. Shall we just shout that out? Danny Iron is on. Is it Danny Iron? Danny.
No, I don't know how you pronounce his surname.
Danny's on the sofa.
Danny's on the sofa next week.
He's going to correct me. He's going to shoot me down in flames for this. But Danny is on the sofa Sunday. I was actually going to announce, but he shouted it out anyway. So Danny, well done, mate. Shall we say WD18 fame? I'll give him a shout out for that as well. Here's on Sunday. So watch out next Sunday.
I think Watford Steve's had a few to drink because he's saying, "Can you remind me? I need to buy some bread." Don't forget to go down the shop and buy some bread, mate.
Warburton's.
Yes.
It's a hollow thick crust.
Exactly.
Right. Shout.
That was the end of the comments.
Right. As a new guest to this sofa, what is your best Watford memories and your best Watford players?
Oh, right, okay. Well, obviously going back to the good old days. Yeah. My favourite players, were all probably from that era. Well, I could go on and on and on a bit if I want. Love Will Frostrom. Love Steve Terry, who's still around at the ground, and maybe if you could get him on, guys, that would be great.
There's been talk.
Obviously, Luther, I'm a big fan of. Alan Nielsen, probably one of my favourite players. When he got his ovation when he left that day was very emotional. Loved GT to pieces, and not in a strange way. Elton John as well. I've got a lot of time for that man. If he was down a pub and he didn't have a fiver, I'd give him one to buy a drink. Fondest memories. My fondest memories, recent ones was us beating Bolton away when we got promoted. And when we played Brighton away, where the manager changed the tactics, that was a really good game. And my most fondest game was when we, I can remember, probably the first game that I can remember is when we played Plymouth in our FA Cup semi-finals and George Riley got that header. I remember that vividly. And that's what captured me to be a fan. It's hard being a Watford fan, but it's a bit like a drug, you know. You have something or a drink. Oh, I don't want any tomorrow, and then you go back and have a little. Do you know what I mean? That's how it is for me with Watford. But they're my memories, guys.
Yeah,
my
top 3 players, if you can. It's really hard if you can.
Top 3 players. Obviously, Luther. I can't. Love the man's death. Do you know what I mean? Johnny Barnes. I don't know why, for years and years, always been a big fan of Jan Lohman. I see him as one of our first internationals that we ever had from abroad. Really like that guy. Obviously, as I said to you, Will Frostrom. I love Wilfie. He was like a pit bull. Do you know what I mean? And players like Tommy Mooney and Andy Hesson-Tyler and all them guys that got stuck in, like I said to you last week when I was rambling a bit. They're the players that every Watford fan that we all know it loves a bit of blood and guts. It's not about skill, it's about getting in there. Do you know? You
need a mixture, don't you? You need players like Hesson-Tyler, like, you know, like a Lohman and stuff.
Yeah, someone to grab the game, and that's what we're missing at the moment, and that's what we missed on
You've got to complement each other. You've got to
Yes.
complement the grit with the flair.
Yeah, I think just quickly going back to you saying about like players like you're saying, the thing was, I think the players are now getting a mindset that if they get stuck in too much, the referees are going to book them.
Oh yeah, it's not.
And
It's
different now. Yeah,
and it, you know, you saw a bit yesterday where some tackles went flying in, where I think a Burnley player went flying in, cleaned one of the Watford players out, and it's like, ref, I'm sorry, but that is a yellow card offence. It's all right, mate. Just calm it down. Don't do it again. Watford player does it 5 minutes later. Oh, by the way, that's a yellow card.
You naughty boy.
Where was consistency? But yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying. We've lost a bit more. That bite's gone. But I think that's where we're missing Cleverley.
Yeah,
because Cleverley was not afraid to get stuck in.
Yeah. When is he coming back? It was only an hamstring, it's literally, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It's the hamstring curse.
Here's a question. Best manager apart from GT?
I can't remember. The one who's at Fulham now.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, he had, he wasn't a one-plan man, he had 2 in his pocket. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, I love Gino Pozzo with a passion, and he has made a few little mistakes, but without him, we'd still have 3 sides to the ground, so I can't slag that man off. I literally can't.
Exactly. I think,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if it was they completely didn't have the traditions at heart, you wouldn't have had Elton John and Graham Taylor stands for one.
No.
And a lot of the history they've made a lot of this history around the club, like the song title, like the Your Song on the Elton John stand,
and all the big.
Have you been in the Graham Taylor thing and seen all the stuff over the years?
Brilliant. Well, the one you walk past downstairs, that's one.
Is it?
That's the old Rouse stand sign.
That is.
That's the one that was on top of the Rouse stand.
Wow, brilliant. That's
brilliant.
Don't you think it'd be good to put Gomez in? It's his 100th cap now.
Yeah, without doubt.
He needs, you've got to give him that respect. The season's running out. Give him his 100 cap. No, honestly, he deserves it. We've got to give it. I'll give it to him against Huddersfield now.
Yeah.
I reckon the defence is missing him a bit.
I know
against Cornelius, he's been good.
Yeah,
he's been very good. Yeah,
Cornelius has made some great saves and at times important saves.
Yeah.
But I still can't understand what Gomez did wrong. He's come back from injury and he's.
That's what happened. He got injured and he can't get back in the team, mate. That's summing it up.
That's probably just
Cornelius has started shipping goals again, and it's like, hang on a minute.
I'll chuck Gomez in for his 100th game.
Yeah,
I'll chuck Britos back in as well.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
there's no harm in Britos now. I
like Britos.
I think Cathcart will get in there before Britos.
I honestly think Cathcart. He gets stuck in. He's another blood and guts.
See, once Dustcart is fully fit, then
Dustcart.
That's the TMA. That's the TMA shout out.
He just pops everything up.
That's what we call it, Dustcart.
I'll nick that off you now.
Clean shaven.
Can we get the copyright law contract out because he wants to nick it?
Sign the disclaimer. I've already painted it. That's why I've been down there typing so much.
What's his name?
Seneca.
Not Seneca. What
Just
was
Seneca.
Seneca. God,
Seneca.
man, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Where's the boo? Sorry.
Dino's had it back out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's had it back out. That's two. We go weeks without it. And now it's two in the night.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
What's up with him anyway?
I think Ziegler, I just think he's out of favour.
Yeah.
Just don't
What
think.
did he do wrong though?
I think Garcia doesn't like him.
Oh, why?
I think the last couple of games before he was out, I mean, to be honest, I'd have him in front of Olbas now anyway, but the first two games he wasn't setting the world alight. I think he wasn't completely 2 out of 10, but it wasn't brilliant. To be honest, though, it didn't really justify Olbas coming back in after his debacle the last couple of games.
I was surprised he played yesterday. Sorry to interrupt. I said that to the guys around me, and his corners are woeful. I'm sorry, lads. Do you know what I mean? I'll tell him straight to his face. I ain't afraid. Do you know what I mean? And when Cleverly comes back, will he take the corners? Because I'm sure he's better at taking corners than him.
Well, this is what I'm saying. If they get Cleverly and Delafeu fit and back in the team, I think Olbas is going to get stripped of corner duty.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you just put Olbas on the right-hand side and put Cleverly on the left-hand side and whip him in? Rather than him doing, because these ones are worse when he's trying to whip him in from the left-hand side, because you can't. There's always outswingers. I hate outswinging corners.
They took corners yesterday that I thought were going to be into the box, and they weren't, and they were out. And I'm like, what's going on there? I tried it twice, and I'm thinking he didn't do that in the training.
The free kicks that annoy me, the ones that are like the one that Holbass took half an hour to take. Was it second half? No, first half, and he stood there. And it's the ones when you muck them up. There's no excuse. You've got a perfect pitch. There's no bobble there. You've got everyone waiting. All you got to do is put it on the penalty spot. You aim for the penalty spot with those type of free kicks, and it's just frustrating because all his kicks were deep. And he has had times where his free kicks have been spot on, not often, but there's been a few over the last couple of years where he's had some fantastic deliveries.
Yeah, I think
he doesn't do it enough. That's the problem.
I think he tends to overhit them sometimes. He looks up, right, I know where it's going. And he just gets that bit too much underneath it, and then he's looking and going, hang on a minute, that wasn't meant to happen. And all of a sudden, you've got 8 or 9 other players looking at you going, just what the hell was all that about?
He goes, it's only me.
It's only me.
I'll get me coat.
Taxi for Holbass.
Taxi indeed. This time it will turn up.
Mind you, I've got another defender. You and me were talking about West Ham were on about signing the Newcastle captain.
The Sellers.
Yeah, I'd love to have him there.
That's my 4 or 5. I said
we're better than West Ham.
Most teams are.
I feel a bit sorry for them.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say that.
Nah.
They've been turned over and gone to that stadium.
Well, the next thing will happen.
The guts out of that place.
Well, the next thing will happen is either they'll go down and play, either they'll go down or Moo will go up, and that'll really kick off then, won't it? Because that'll be the straw that broke the camel's back with that stadium, because they cannot have Millwall at that stadium. They can't have most away teams there at that stadium.
Millwall win yesterday. They did, didn't they?
They're 7th now.
Guys, it's hot enough in the championship.
If this could possibly happen, Millwall could get promoted.
That was
14 games unbeaten.
Have to be on
14 games unbeaten. About 10 wins, 11 wins in out of 14 or so.
Yeah, they've set a new record. They've set a new record. Right, I'm just going to quickly say something. There's actually 2 things. First of all, Hemel Hempstead Town yesterday, very well done to you boys. 3-1 win at home, despite playing the second half with 10 men because someone didn't know how to defend. Idiots! Rascal. Hacking someone down 45 seconds after the restart is not a sensible thing to be doing. But yes, exactly.
I said,
but yeah, Hemel got a valuable 3-1 win, a much needed win. As you are probably well aware, on Bank Holiday Monday they were meant to play Wealdstone, and the game was called off due to a waterlogged pitch because of the heavy rain that had come down over Sunday night. That game has been rearranged for Thursday night on the 19th of April. So it's Thursday the 19th of April, Hemel Hempstead Town at home to Wealdstone. So that is happening at 7:45. So if I get some more info, I'll post it up. But yeah, if you're not doing anything on that Thursday night, Apart
That means you'll be leaving our football early then, won't you?
No, I probably won't even go. So.
No, you got to come.
No, I mean I won't go to the Hemel game.
Oh, that's all right.
Right, and before I finish off, we've got to wrap this up because I've got a young Taylor Rose ready for a cuddle, and I've got to watch NXT Takeover before WrestleMania at 10 o'clock.
God, I've got work, unfortunately.
Like that, mate. That's all I can say. That's it, mate. Right, Darren. Super guys,
Thanks for
thank
having
you
me.
ever so much.
Guys, don't be shy.
He
Give
didn't
it a
swear
try.
either.
Don't be shy, give it a try. I love
You know
it.
No, I've really enjoyed myself, guys. Thank you for having
Pleasure,
me.
mate.
Thank you.
Thank you to Darren. Thank you to everyone who turns up. And like I say, before Moobs does his bit, can I just say, big thank you to every single one of you. We're almost up to 900. We all go reach that 1,000. Moobs going to give you a pep talk before we go. But guys, like I say, once again, thank you ever so much. Keep debating on here. Some of the comments in the last few weeks, absolutely brilliant. At the end of the day, it's your opinion, your forum. Share your opinion. No one's going to judge you. Get it out there in the open, and let's get talking. Right, Moobs.
Yeah, Aiden's just commented saying Takeover was amazing.
Yeah, it was actually, mate. NXT Takeover, the ladder match was awesome.
Yeah.
But
That's Aiden.
Shut up.
Yellow
Aiden,
card.
we'll talk after the show, mate. We've got to wrap this
Yellow
up.
card. Aiden,
Moobs, you know.
I'm not amused. Well, we are here again on a Sunday night. A very lovely Sunday night. An amazing podcast with all these people. But there is apparently 890 people now, is it?
94.
894.
Oh, getting there.
Something's not right. It's not at 1,000 yet! How many times have I got to tell you people what you have to go and do? I am going to have a heart attack one of these days. Right, guys, I'm going to be serious now. Like, I've told you enough times, I want this at 1,000 people before the end of the season, and we are running out of weeks and games to get it done. So, quite frankly, here's what you lot are going to go out and do tomorrow, and if you don't do it, I'm going to come and see you myself. Better go and fill the car up with petrol first. I want you to go and tell your friends, the ones who are the die-hard Watford fans. I want you to tell your work colleagues. And anyone you see in the street, if you get the train to work, actually, and you see people on the train that are Watford fans, tap them on the shoulder and say, you know what, there's this thing called TaylorMade Army Facebook page, and they do a podcast. Do you want to join it? Of course they do. And remember, when you join it, it's 3 simple questions. If you're going to know the answers, you're going to get in. If you don't know the answers, look it up on Google. But guys, please, I can't emphasise it enough. Please keep spreading the word. Tell everyone you see. You know, someone in the shop as well. You're going to a butcher's, tell them. You're going to a local off licence or the pub. I won't be going there. Just tell everyone. How many more times do I have to tell you people?
Don't forget the postman.
Oh yeah, and if you see the postman on the way round as well, before you ask him if you got any mail, tell him about it as well. And then ask him if you got any post.
All right, guys, just remember, safe journey. We will safe journey to Huddersfield. We'll say that anyway on Tuesday, but we will see you Tuesday night, 8 till 9. The young man Daniel Dean and Sir Duncan will be here, so we will see you Tuesday. Like I say, once again, Darren, thank you very much. It's been an honour, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers. All right, guys, and like I say, see you Tuesday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. You done it.